Hello, this is Alex Chiu, and today is March the 13th, 2009. Okay, the economy is not doing very well, and I believe that there's going to be a global collapse of the economy if Obama doesn't do something very, very fast. I really don't believe that his $3.5 trillion stimulus package can do anything to help this country or to help the world. He already spent $800 billion this year. Okay, that does not include the military spending, the bailout money, and it does not include many, many things. And next year, he planned a $3.5 trillion massive spending. At the end, we Americans will owe, I'd say, about $18 to $20 trillion by the end of 2010. You know, I don't know, I just think that it's ridiculous. Since I'm an inventor, why don't they use my suggestion for once? Guess what? I have an idea, okay? I know how to stimulate the economy without spending trillions of dollars, without spending billions of dollars, maybe just a few $1 million. Let's say maybe $5 to $10 million. And I can guarantee you, I know how to stimulate the entire U.S. economy. How? Here lies the secret. Okay? This is a debit card. A debit card. How do we stimulate the entire U.S. economy using debit cards? It's very simple. Okay? Let's say you are employed. Okay? You work for, let's say, a company, Macy's, or Starbucks, or Best Buy, or you just simply work in a store, okay? You are legally employed, okay? And your employer, your boss pays you $2,000 every month. He gives you a $2,000 check every month, okay? That's after tax has been deducted, okay? He gives you a $2,000 check. Why don't the government issue a new policy, okay? Let's say 25% of that check, right, will be issued in debit cards, okay? So what the government has to do is print out 100 or 200 millions of these debit cards. These are government debit cards, okay? Let's say when your employer gives you your salary at the end of a month, he is supposed to give you $2,000 salary. But what he does is he gives you only $1,500 salary in checks, okay? He gives you $1,500 check. And then the other $500 that he owes you, he gives you a government debit card, okay? And what that government debit card does is this. This is the tricky part. The government debit card, okay, it has $500 in there. But every month, the amount in that debit card will automatically decrease by 10%. Let's say you got it this month, okay? You got the government debit card. There's $500 inside, right? And then the next month, if you don't use the money, if you don't spend the money, the amount of the debit card will decrease by 10%. So next month, it will automatically become $450. Okay? So every month you lose $50 in that debit card. And then the next month, you'll lose another $50. So it becomes $400. So if you don't use this debit card in 10 months, guess what? It's going to be zero balance in that card. So what happened is it creates an urgency. Then people want to use the money. Once people got these government debit cards, they want to immediately use the money. Because they know the clock is ticking. If they don't use the money, the money will decrease automatically, month by month. So the government should really, all the government has to do is make a law, okay? Every employer has to give their employees these debit cards, okay? And the government simply have to print like 100 million of these debit cards and give it to give it to all the legally employed people. They don't have to print out a card every month. They don't have to print a new card every month for every employee. You know, the money can be deposited. For example, you work this month, right? And your employer can deposit whatever he owes you in this debit card every month. Every month they deposit money in this debit card, so you can keep on using the debit card. But the government will take away the money that's unused. You know, let's say you got paid in this debit card $500 this month, right? And if you don't use this money up, the government will take away 10% the next month. And then the next month, they'll take away another 10%. Next month, they'll take away another 10%. Okay? So it creates an urgency. People want to use this debit card immediately. They want to use this debit card to buy food, to buy merchandise, to buy appliances, to buy radios, to buy television. You know, it creates an urgency for people to use this debit card. I know a lot of people will say, oh, no. You know, we don't want government to take away our money, you know. This bill will never be passed. But hey, you know, we don't have any other choice. You know, if based on Obama's plan, by the end of 2010, we're gonna owe $20 trillion. Okay? By that time, China owes us. China owns the United States. We don't have any other choice. And I'm not saying that the government will take away your money, okay? When government take away, every month the government take away 10% of the money from your debit card if you don't use up the money, right? What happens is this: at the end of the year, you can file for a tax return, right? And you can tell the government, hey, you took away these money that I didn't use. I want them back. I want this money back on your tax return, and the government will pay you back this money, right? But the thing is this, you know, most people do not like it when government take away their money, you know. They don't like it when the government take away 10% of their money, 10% of their money, 10% of their money. They'd rather just hurry up and go to a shoe store and buy some new shoes, right? They'd rather go to Macy's or Nordstrom or Target or Walmart and buy things, right? It's better than giving your money away to the government and then later on claim the money back from a tax return. So I believe this is a great method to stimulate the American economy. Why can't anybody think of this idea? Why does it take Alex Chiu to think of this simple idea? And it's not very difficult to print these cards. You know, these cards, if you print 100 million of these cards, it's like 10 cents every card. You know, you just print 100 million of them, and then you tell every employer in the country to distribute these cards to their employees. And then so every employee gets one of these cards, and then every month, if you don't use the money, it decreases, the amount decreases by 10% every month. At the end, it becomes zero balance. Why can't people think of this kind of idea? I think this whole project might cost only millions of dollars, maybe $10 million, everything, you know? This is a very cheap way to stimulate the economy. We don't need to spend trillions of dollars. We don't need to spend like $3.5 trillion to boost the economy. We already spend so much money. We don't have money, you know? This is not the way to go. Trust me, my way is the way to go, okay? I hope somebody take me seriously, okay? I'm a professional inventor. This is my job. What I do is I invent, okay? I hope somebody believe in this idea and that somehow help me promote this video. And hopefully somebody in a high position, like President Obama or Geithner, you know, or anyone in high position in our government will eventually see this video and put this idea into use. Thank you very much.